What's good, YouTube, man? Welcome back to another upload. So as y'all can tell by the title, today was a pretty decent day, I would say. And I did end up catching a big move, but later in the day, I missed a big move in the beginning of the day. But I end up catching a big move at the end of the day on the Nasdaq. So right now, I'm just gonna kind of just break that down to y'all, show y'all what I seen, why I took the trade. 1 second. Trying to. All right. All right. So what I'm gonna do here, man, we're gonna go down to a smaller time frame. First, we can kind of just get a picture of the daily or the 4 hour. All right. So let me just break this down. I barely. All right. There we go. All right. So as y'all can see, clean that. Clean that. All right. So as y'all can kind of see here, in the Nasdaq, this is Nas for people that trade Nas, Nas 100, Nasdaq. This is NQ futures for people that loves NQ. As y'all can kind of, clearly see here, we are ranging, right? We've been in this kind of big range after this dump last week. This right here is typical after a huge dump like that. Typically, I would expect this to be a continuation, for us to continue lower, which is typically what we call a bear flag. But this really had nothing to do with the trade I took today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just kind of just go right into why and how I made $2,500 today. Started the day off up $500, and I signaled every trade to my Discord community. If I'm not new to this, I've been trading 8 years. If you're new to my channel, I got 8 years in the game. Started off trading options, and now I trade options and futures. I teach hundreds of people, and I live trade for hundreds of people every single morning. And I give out my trades every single morning for less than $7 a week. You can join the community and make big money with us. But other than that, let's get right into the trade. So right here we have a 1 hour chart. All right. But today's price action was around here. We started up here, market dumped off the open, and then it just kind of, went crazy for the rest of the day. Now, if we jump down to, let's say, a 15-minute, right? If we kind of look at this 15-minute here, we had a beautiful, and I do mean beautiful, head and shoulders set up here. That was a beautiful fucking trap retest, and boom. Some people will call that a head and shoulders because shoulder there, head there, head and shoulders, right? Boom, massive fucking dump. I mean, huge fucking dump, right? So I kind of missed that trade there, which is okay. I was a little sad about it, but I didn't expect it to dump as much. I did catch some of it, right? So I'll actually show y'all the first trade I caught. We caught some of it, but I did not expect it to dump that much. I'm gonna be honest. All right. So I ended up catching this trade here, and the reason I took a short because we were just dumping. But I'm like, okay, if we're gonna continue dumping, we're probably gonna continue down towards some of these levels down here. All right. So what I did was, if we zoom in, I waited for a trap, which we got a trap here. Market ended up coming back down. We retested this little area here, and I took a short here, looking for the break of the lows, and boom, broke the lows. Now check this out. I had a feeling this was going to continue dumping, but I really don't like shorting after a huge move like this. I literally hate it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like shorting after a huge move like that. So I took the short. I made money on it, but this motherfucker continues to dump. And I'm like, no fucking way. And then, of course, we rally back up. And here's where I caught the massive trade. I'll show y'all the screenshot right here. Yes, now, as you can see on this trade right here, I ended up making about 2,000, and it puts me up around 2,500 on the day. All right, but let me break down why I took this trade. As you can see, the entry on the screenshot and the target, So let's actually break it down. Now, hold on. Where's my tool? Where's my tool? My long tool. Oh yeah. All right. So I ended up going long down here. Now this right here is a 1 minute chart, and I was targeting this area here. Now the reason I took this long, okay, targeting this. Hold on. The reason I took this long, targeting this area right here. All right. So this was a trade. I bought this low, ran all the way to this high here, right before end of day, which is nuts. If we go to like a 5 minute chart, okay, let's go to a 5 minute. Notice we had kind of started a trend, right? We had kind of started a trend, made a high, made a low, made a higher high. Then we kind of made a lower low down here. But once I started to see that we were literally stalling here, okay? Once I started to see that we were stalling at this low, we were failing to break this low to kind of stop this uptrend. I said, you know what? Let me take a long off of this demand here. Okay. So this was a demand bounce, all right, to sum it up. I said, you know what? Notice how all of that volume came in. Okay. Big volume came into this market from that low there. So that's some strong buyers there. Okay. Now we slowly kind of corrected. If you don't know what a correction is a pullback, losing steam, losing volume, and we ran right into this little demand zone. Okay, but we were struggling to break it. All right. Now I was watching a short, but it just would not break that level. Okay, if it would have broke that level, there was a high chance we were going to run down towards this over here, but we just couldn't break this level here. Okay, so once I seen this bullish engulfing, let's zoom in. Once I saw this bullish engulfing, I said, you know what? Let me try this long. This is a demand zone. You know, the trend is still intact. I can reach this low, no problem. And if this trade works, this will be a humongous fucking trade. It ran right towards that target there. I mean, look at it. Boom. Right towards that target based off of one small reversal here. Okay. This bearish engulfing. You know, there was a pin bar here. That's also a good sign, but we never broke below that pin bar. And then we had another bearish engulfing on the 5 minute chart. That's a good risk to reward ratio trade. Even if you put your stop below this demand zone here, that is still a solid trade. So I took an entry around that demand zone there, and I said, I'm not even going to touch it. I'm going to set a take profit at that high. And what did I do? I saw the TP at that high, and boom, a matter of minutes right before end of day, this motherfucker hits TP. I had walked away, you know what I mean? I had walked away from my charts and everything. I wasn't even stunned, to be honest. But as you can see, that was a beautiful trade. I love trades that aren't choppy, that goes right to where you want it to go. Those trades like that are top tier, y'all. But so overall, a great day, great trading day. You know, I only took one contract on this. So that is insane, you know, making 2 bands one contract. Because I usually trade, you know, 2 or 3. So just imagine if I would have went full size and said, you know what, let's let it play out. And that would have been a huge fucking day. You know what I mean? So other than that, man, if you're interested in trading with me in my live or my trading community, the link to that is in the description below. It's super cheap, but the money and consistency you will develop and make in that community is insane. You don't got to. You're going to learn. You're going to make money. Real people every morning, every day, consistency. What else can you say? You know. So yeah, man. I hope y'all had a great day. You know, that's all I can really say. Other than that, we got 2 more days this week. You know, a lot going on, news wise. You know, shit just happening all over the place, man. So trade safe. Trade for tomorrow. You know, not tomorrow in general, but like, do good. You know, trade today so you can survive and make it to the next day. Other than that, man, y'all have a blessed rest of the night. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to catch y'all on tomorrow's video. Yeah.